Yes, we have worked out some kind of a modus vivendi with the Chinese, some kind of an agreement, some kind of an understanding. But he has never walked back. He has also been the architect of three incursions against India. The thing is, it doesn't really matter to him if you say that this is something that you oppose. He has shown that he has the mettle to carry through. We haven't had a very rosy time in the last 10 years. Xi Jinping, as soon as he came in, was in 2013, we had the Depsang incursion, a 21-day long incursion. And a lot of the patrolling has not even returned in Depsang so far. 2014, when he was, the audacity of the fact that when he was visiting India and was with the Prime Minister, his troops were actually walking across the LAC in Debchok and Chumar. In 2017, he did an equally audacious act of taking over Doklam, a territory and in 2020, we had Galwan and the Eastern Ladakh incursions. On every front, yes, we have worked out some kind of a modus vivendi with the Chinese, some kind of an agreement, some kind of an understanding. But he has never walked back, and he has never been, never thought that he was doing the wrong thing. And that is concerning. Because tactically, he's taking 5 steps back, but strategically, he remains where he is, that he wants this territory. He wants this territory for a whole lot of historical reasons and a whole lot of geopolitical ones. So that makes, therefore, all this time that the Indian government went blue hot, blue cold with China, either not talking to them or doing hugging and kissing at Wuhan or at Mamallapuram. The Chinese never changed. We thought that they would change. We thought, and that is a large part of the government thought that they would change. But they never did. That Xi Jinping's strategic picture is very, very clear. And until we get that into our heads, we will always make mistakes with China. So Indian foreign policy is too timid on taking a stand in a multilateral organization. And we have seen with all the repeated abstentions on Russia. We have a good reason, of course. I'd say we have a reason. I'm not so sure it's such a good reason. And that is the over-dependence on our hardware from Russia. As for taking China on in a place like United Nations, we don't even figure there. China is a permanent member with veto power in the UN Security Council. We are not even there. After December, we will not be there for another 10 years. So it's a completely unequal. China has used its position to populate UN bodies with Chinese people at the top. Where are the Indians? We can't. Our best bet, if you ask me, is to destroy United Nations. We should actually do away with the entire system because we cannot reform it. It cannot be reformed, and all this stuff that India talks about, reformed multilateralism, doesn't exist. That is why we are moving to plurilateral arrangements like the Quad, I2U2, trilaterals here, trilaterals there, because the UN just doesn't work for us anymore. In fact, we should actively work to dismember the United Nations and build something that works for us.